background myself, been in the trade for about 15 years as an HGV mechanic. Initially started off with PSV, passenger service vehicles, working on a rather large fleet of mainly at the time sort of Volvo body, the Volvo engine buses with the Plaxton bodies, various coaches, Cummins engine, double deckers. So done about 4 years of that as my apprenticeship. Moved on to another bus company, same again. Obviously, a very varied fleet, a lot older fleet, but varying everything from small minibuses right up to large triple axle coaches. Yes, I've been around quite a lot. I've done a few years working on the recovery vehicles, done a year or so later in my career working on mobile cranes. Also done 2 or 3 years working with the US military, working on their equipment. Currently out in Brisbane at the moment, working back on the trucks, road trains and such again. So a big variety of things that I've touched on in my career so far. The time is very short to get in all the types of buses and coaches that I've worked on in my career. I started off in my apprenticeship working mainly on Volvo, the double deck buses and single deck buses, and the odd coach here and there. At the time, these were running the B9 and B9 TLs and D9 or D8 engines, I think it was, D7, I forget, been that long ago. So a lot of Volvo engined buses. Some of them were also running, the slightly older ones were running the Cummins ISB and ISC engines in them, double deck and single deck buses, with a few odd ones with Scania engine in them. I was in my apprenticeship time. I moved on and worked with another few companies dealing with a much older fleet. At the time, they were running old Leyland Olympians, running the Volvo B9 TLs and TL11 engines, like Cummins, the ones as well. Also, LDV convoys, where there's a lot of Optier solos with the 609 engine, and the newer ones, I forget, I think they were a 609 engine as well in them. Newer style too, and Christ, we're out of time already. Relevant trade qualifications and driving licence. Well, I've had my manual UK driving licence for around 16 years now. I don't have any sort of extra on my licence for driving any larger vehicles and such like. I have driven them obviously on private land and such like when the job requires. So more than capable of, moving anything. And for trade qualifications wise, nothing on paper wise I can think of, but over my time in my career, I've done a lot of like fabrication, welding. Working in FIFO, I quite like the idea of doing a few weeks on and having a week off or so. This gives you a little bit of downtime to go and enjoy, explore the local area. Obviously Australia is a lot more vast where I come from, so I like to get out and explore and have a good look around. Of course, a couple of weeks on and a week off or so is quite nice bit of time to do some stuff. Not sure what I'm want to gain from experience. I'm just I do what I do, because I've done it for so long, and I enjoy it. And of course, getting on in my career now. Obviously, I started off my apprenticeship many years ago, and it was nice to be able to pass on, some of my knowledge as I get on in my years, to hopefully the younger generation that also decide to get into the trade. I mean, I've worked alongside a few apprentices as well at time, and like giving them the information that I've acquired over the years, just like obviously it was given to me in my early days. Yeah, and just generally see what's out there and just get in about the job and hopefully try and advance my career up. Obviously, because I've sort of stayed in the same spot, so I'd like to advance further up as well. And yeah,